Hi, this is Melanie Fainel here to talk about my lesson plan for Module 2 that would go with a STEM career. So for this module, I chose to go with the STEM career as a video game designer. And the question I'd give my students is that you've been hired as a video game designer for XED, Exciting Educational Games LLC, and they have assigned you to create an educational video game on the 3 different types of rocks. So in 3rd grade, we do a whole rocks and minerals unit, and that includes talking about the 3 different types of rocks, sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous. So before we get started with this project, I think it'd be very important to talk about what the role of a video game designer is, and talking about that their purpose is to create a game that's fun, that's challenging, but not too difficult. This one, it's important that it has to be educational, so the player should learn something from it, and it should follow some type of theme. It should be that coherent piece to it. And that the game should include characters, scenery, objects, and different types of surface textures. As part of our exploration, we'd also talk about the different types of rock, where we find metamorphic rocks, what makes a metamorphic rock, same with sedimentary and igneous. And then from there, those things would help my students create their game. So for designing their game, they would use a game creating app called Bloxels. And it also ties back into the role of a video game designer is to create a storyboard. So before they're even allowed to do the technology, they need some type of storyboard, something that they're going to go off of a plan so that it all fits and flows together. So from there, I'd have my students create storyboards to figure out what their characters, what their 3 levels will be, at least 3 levels, including the visuals, what will the board look like, stories or informations. There's usually a little box that they can click on to give some dialogue, what their enemies will be, and then where they want to put like hazards, coins, or power-ups. So I came up with the design for mine. I have Rocky, and then we had the 3 levels. So we had a metamorphic level that would be more cave-like, sedimentary that would be underwater, and igneous, which would be looking like it's inside of a volcano. So then I created Rocky on the app. I made him look like a metamorphic rock with all the layers, and then I had to create movements for him for standing still, walking, and jumping. From there, I created the metamorphic level, so I tried to make it look like a cave with all the rocks. And then I had a power-up to help them get to the checkpoint that's up here. And the power-up was a little jetpack. From there, Rocky went into a igneous level, which has all the red for the lava. If they hit that, they break apart into little pieces. And then from there, Rocky went to an underwater sedimentary setting where they got to the final checkpoint at the end of the game. So the nice thing about Bloxels is you can constantly be trying things out and making sure it works. So you can consistently be doing the engineering process as you're doing it, and making adjustments as you go. And then the bad thing was I couldn't create my enemy because I needed the actual physical Bloxel board, which I do have at school, so that gives an extra added component. Overall, it definitely hit all the technology areas, engineering as well, coming up with a problem, designing solutions. Science, it wasn't as hitting all those areas just because it's just mostly developing and using the models and then communicating that information. And then an added mathematic component you could add is having my students figure out the area and the perimeter of the different shapes and the things that they are using. Thank you for listening to my STEM lesson as a video game designer, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks!